This is the Sears Pong 4 Tele-Games, and this beast was one of the earlier home video game consoles. Not the first, but the second maybe, something along those lines. And it's more or less a souped up version of the original Pong. Now this thing was made by Atari, and this thing was actually manufactured in Sunnyvale, California. But it was rebranded with the Sears logo as per a deal Atari had with Sears. And what makes the Sears Super Pong, which is incidentally the same as the Pong Super Pong version, just with the Sears branding, what makes it special is that 1, 2, 3, 4 people can play at once. Hence the Super Pong 4. It wasn't the fourth version of Pong, it just meant that 4 people could play. Now this game does not take cartridges, all the games are built in, and most of the wires on this are hardwired. The first 2 controllers that mount on top of the unit are hardwired in, as is your RF cabling, and they give you about 2 miles of this. Now your power plug here can be detached, and they also give you about 45 miles of cable. Now with 3 hardwired cables in there, with about 100 feet of cable on each, makes this thing a nightmare to pack away and unpack. Now the extra controllers for playing 4-player modes, those 2 plug into the sides on either side with a little mini stereo jack. All your game selects and switches like auto and fast, game selects at the bottom here, are all built in. I have the original box. It's a shame that somebody cut the top off at some point. And the original manual. It's not in the greatest shape, but this thing came out in 77, I believe. 76 or 77, I think. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, so let's get to the actual video demonstration of how this thing works.
Alright, the first thing you'll notice is that the picture is very blurred and the colors are very bled through. And this is, I don't know if this was indicative of the original console when it was new, but this is certainly the case. I tried fiddling with a lot of different things and almost got down to the point of taking the unit apart to see if there was any kind of adjustments I could make to correct this problem, because the colors are extremely weak and bled through, and the actual line definition of the graphics is extremely shadowy and blurry. I had a lot of trouble getting this going on a modern TV, and my computer did not want to communicate with this one bit. In fact, my laptop actually refused to communicate with the Pong machine, and it took a lot of work to actually get it going. Now you'll notice a staticky feedback sound coming through the system, and that is as per the original unit, and that's the sound you would hear if you turn the volume up on your TV. I of course turned it all the way down, but still at least audible for the purpose of this review, so you could hear what it actually was. And it's by design of the actual machine itself. And in the instruction manual, it tells you to turn the volume all the way down on your TV because of this feedback. And on the Pong unit itself, there's actually an external speaker. I think it's mounted on the top by the wood grain. And that external speaker produces all the bleeps and bloops and stuff that react with the ball hitting the wall or your Pong paddle. But that was a technical limitation of the time. They couldn't figure out, I guess, how to incorporate sound through the audio channels of your actual television. Now, Pong is, of course, of the sport genre, and you're looking at basketball, I believe. And the goal of basketball is to get the ball past the upper empty portion of the wall. Now this is the one-player version, and there's multiple different kinds of games you can play with 1, 2, 3, or 4 players, and they vary between traditional Pong, basketball, and something they're calling handball, and also another variant called catch. And that's catch is almost like reverse Pong. It's kind of an odd concept, but anyhow, it's definitely a novelty. It can be fun. And it's a piece of video game history. I'm Dommy from Classic Games Revisited. Until next time.